Hello, English learners. Welcome back to the English Podcast, your cozy place to learn easy English through real podcasts about life. I'm really happy you are here with me today. Take one slow breath and settle in. Today, we are talking about discipline. Not strict discipline that feels heavy, but calm discipline that supports your daily life. The kind that works even when motivation disappears. Many people believe discipline means forcing yourself constantly. They imagine strong pressure and perfect routines. But real discipline is simpler than that. It is gentle consistency repeated every day. Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes. Discipline is a behavior that stays longer. Feelings change depending on mood and energy. Behaviors grow through repetition and structure. Discipline begins with very small actions. Small actions reduce resistance in the mind. When resistance is low, you start more easily. Easy starts become repeatable habits. A habit is an action you repeat automatically. Automatic means you do it without much thinking. Thinking uses mental energy quickly. Habits save that energy for important tasks. Instead of planning 1 hour of practice daily, start with 5 minutes. 5 minutes feels manageable to your brain. Manageable actions feel safe and possible. Possible actions happen more often. When actions happen often, you build momentum. Momentum means progress continues with less effort. Less effort increases consistency. Consistency is the core of discipline. Discipline also depends on systems. A system is a simple routine you follow regularly. Goals describe where you want to go. Systems describe what you do today. For example, you may want better English speaking. The system could be listening 10 minutes each morning, or speaking 1 sentence after every video. Small systems produce steady results. Your environment affects discipline strongly. Environment means the space around you. If your phone is next to you, distractions increase. If materials are ready, focus becomes easier. Place helpful tools in visible areas. Visible objects remind your brain automatically. Hidden objects are forgotten quickly. Designing space supports better habits. Energy also matters more than willpower. Willpower is the ability to resist temptation. It becomes weaker when you are tired. So important tasks should happen early. Morning energy is usually clearer and stronger. Use it for practice or learning. Evening energy is often lower. Low energy increases procrastination. Procrastination means delaying necessary action. Delay often comes from emotional resistance. Small tasks reduce that resistance. Reduced resistance increases starting behavior. Rewarding yourself can strengthen discipline gently. A reward is a small positive experience after effort. It teaches the brain the habit feels good. Good feelings reinforce repetition. Over time, discipline feels less like effort. It becomes part of your identity slowly. Identity means how you see yourself. You start seeing yourself as consistent. And consistency changes confidence naturally. Confidence grows from repeated proof, not from motivation or excitement, but from keeping promises to yourself. Let's slow down and notice a few useful words. Habit means an action repeated automatically. System means a daily routine guiding behavior. Momentum means progress continuing with ease. Willpower means controlling impulses in difficulty. Try saying one word quietly now. Let it feel familiar and simple. Understanding words improves understanding actions. Clear understanding supports real discipline. Discipline is not about pressure. It is about reducing friction gently. Small actions done daily are enough, and they quietly change your life direction. Discipline also grows when decisions become fewer each day. Too many choices create mental fatigue quickly. Fatigue reduces your ability to act calmly. Calm minds follow routines more easily. You can prepare actions before the day begins. Preparation removes morning confusion and hesitation. When the plan is clear, the brain relaxes. Relaxation increases starting behavior naturally. Starting is usually the hardest part of discipline. After starting, the task feels lighter. The brain resists beginnings more than continuation. So make beginnings extremely simple. Instead of saying, "Study English today," say, "Listen for 3 minutes now." Specific actions feel manageable to the mind. Vague plans create avoidance and delay. Another useful idea is pairing habits together. Pairing means connecting a new action to an old one. For example, listen after brushing your teeth. The old habit reminds the new habit automatically. This works because the brain loves patterns. Patterns reduce the need for memory effort. Less effort increases consistency. Consistency strengthens discipline gradually. You also need patience with slow progress. Progress is often invisible at first. Invisible progress still changes the brain. Change becomes visible later in behavior. Many people stop before results appear. They think nothing is improving yet. But repetition is already building skill. Skill grows quietly before showing clearly. Another important factor is emotional acceptance. Some days you will not feel motivated. Discipline means acting without waiting for emotion. Action can exist without strong feeling. This does not mean forcing yourself harshly. It means acting gently but consistently. Gentle effort is sustainable for longer periods. Sustainability matters more than intensity. You can also reduce obstacles in advance. Obstacles are small difficulties blocking action. Prepare your notebook open on the desk. Preparation removes friction from starting. Friction means resistance before action begins. Less friction makes behavior easier. Easy behavior repeats more often. Frequent repetition creates stable habits. Tracking progress can help your brain notice effort. Tracking means recording what you completed. Seeing marks on a calendar feels rewarding. Reward strengthens habit formation. Do not track perfection. Track presence. Presence means you showed up today. Showing up matters more than doing perfectly. Perfection pressure stops discipline quickly. Rest also supports discipline strongly. Tired minds avoid effort automatically. Enough sleep improves decision quality. Better decisions improve consistency. If you miss one day, continue the next day calmly. Missing once is normal and human. Stopping completely breaks the pattern. Continuation protects long-term habits. Let's slow down and notice a few useful words. Friction means resistance that makes action harder. Pairing means linking a new habit to an old habit. Tracking means recording what you practiced daily. Presence means simply showing up without perfection. Repeat one word quietly now. Understanding language supports understanding behavior. Simple words create clear thinking. Clear thinking supports steady discipline. And over time, discipline feels less like effort. It becomes a normal part of daily rhythm. You act without heavy internal debate. And consistency starts guiding your progress naturally. Discipline becomes easier when you understand your emotional triggers. A trigger is something that starts a reaction quickly. For example, boredom often triggers distraction. Distraction then delays important action. Instead of fighting boredom strongly, change the task size. Smaller tasks feel less heavy to the brain. Less weight reduces avoidance behavior. Reduced avoidance increases participation. Your attention also works like a muscle. A muscle becomes stronger with gradual training. Long sessions at the beginning create fatigue. Short sessions build endurance slowly. Endurance means the ability to continue calmly. Calm continuation creates reliable habits. Reliable habits reduce decision stress. Less stress protects mental energy. Energy management is part of discipline. Energy means your mental and physical capacity. When energy is low, you need simpler tasks. Matching tasks to energy improves success. You can create levels of effort for different days. High-energy days allow deeper practice. Low-energy days allow lighter repetition. Both types still support consistency. Consistency does not require equal intensity daily. It requires returning again and again. Returning builds identity slowly. Identity shapes behavior automatically. When you see yourself as a consistent person, your actions begin to match that belief. Belief influences effort without pressure. Pressure often damages long-term habits. Another helpful tool is visual progress. Visual means something you can see clearly. Seeing improvement motivates the brain gently. Gentle motivation supports stable discipline. You may keep a small progress chart nearby. Each mark shows one completed action. Completed actions create satisfaction feelings. Satisfaction reinforces repetition behavior. Environment reminders also support discipline. A reminder is a signal that brings attention back. Notes on the desk can guide behavior. Guidance reduces forgetting and delay. Delay often comes from unclear next steps. Clear steps remove confusion quickly. Confusion stops action before it starts. Clarity makes action automatic. You can also practice starting rituals. A ritual is a small, repeated beginning action. For example, opening a book and breathing once. The ritual tells the brain work is beginning. Beginning signals create mental readiness. Readiness lowers internal resistance. Lower resistance supports steady effort. Steady effort builds dependable discipline. Another important skill is self-dialogue. Self-dialogue means what you tell yourself internally. Supportive language encourages continuation. Harsh language increases avoidance. Instead of saying, "I am lazy today," say, "I need a smaller step today." This keeps action possible. Possible action protects the habit. Habits grow through protection, not pressure. Protection means adapting when needed. Adapting keeps the chain unbroken. Unbroken chains create strong discipline. You also learn to separate identity from results. Results may vary each day. Identity remains stable through action. Stable identity reduces emotional swings. Emotional swings often interrupt progress. Stable emotions support routine behavior. Routine behavior requires less effort. Less effort increases repetition frequency. Let's slow down and notice a few useful words. Trigger means something that starts a reaction. Endurance means continuing without quick exhaustion. Ritual means a small, repeated starting action. Identity means how you see yourself internally. Repeat one word quietly again. Clear meaning supports clear practice. Clear practice supports real discipline. Real discipline grows slowly but stays longer. And as you continue this way daily, discipline becomes part of your normal routine. Not heavy and forced, but steady and reliable inside your life. Discipline also improves when you remove hidden distractions around you. A distraction is anything that steals attention from your task. Phones often create the strongest distraction today. Small notifications interrupt focus many times. Each interruption forces the brain to restart attention. Restarting attention consumes mental energy quickly. Low energy reduces persistence. Reduced persistence weakens discipline. You can create focus zones during practice time. A focus zone means a protected working period. During this period, you silence notifications. Silence allows deeper concentration. Concentration means keeping attention on one activity. Longer concentration improves learning quality. Quality practice produces faster improvement. Improvement strengthens motivation naturally. Motivation then supports the next action gently. This creates a helpful cycle. Action creates progress, and progress creates motivation. Motivation then supports more action again. Another useful strategy is time blocking. Time blocking means reserving a specific time daily. The brain respects scheduled actions more easily. Predictable timing builds routine stability. Stability reduces negotiation with yourself. Negotiation wastes mental effort before starting. Less negotiation makes beginning easier. Easy beginnings increase repetition frequency. You may also prepare a simple start signal. A signal is something that tells you begin now. It could be a song or a short timer. Signals help the brain switch modes. Switching modes means moving from rest to work. Clear transitions reduce hesitation. Less hesitation protects consistency. Consistency builds trust in yourself. Trust in yourself supports long-term discipline. You begin expecting yourself to act calmly. Expectation guides behavior automatically. Automatic behavior feels natural and light. Another element is accepting imperfect days peacefully. Imperfect days are normal in any routine. Normal means expected, not problematic. Expecting them prevents frustration. Frustration often leads to quitting completely. Calm acceptance keeps the chain alive. Alive chains maintain habit strength. Strong habits require less effort daily. You can also reduce task difficulty deliberately. Reducing difficulty keeps action possible always. Possible actions prevent emotional resistance. Resistance often stops discipline suddenly. For example, read one sentence instead of one page. Small success still counts as progress. Counting small success builds confidence slowly. Confidence makes future effort easier. Rewarding completion gently reinforces behavior again. A reward is a positive feeling after action. Simple satisfaction is often enough. Enough reward keeps repetition comfortable. You may also reflect briefly after finishing. Reflection means thinking calmly about what worked. Learning from experience improves the system. Better systems increase reliability. Reliable systems support calm discipline daily. Daily discipline changes identity gradually. Identity shifts from trying to doing. Doing becomes a normal expectation. Let's slow down and notice a few useful words. Distraction means anything that steals your attention. Focus zone means protected time without interruption. Time blocking means reserving a fixed practice time. Signal means a cue that tells you, "Start now." Repeat one word quietly again. Understanding words clarifies behavior. Clear behavior supports steady progress. Steady progress strengthens calm discipline inside. And with time, the routine feels familiar. Familiar actions need less effort. Less effort supports longer consistency. And consistency becomes your natural way of working. As discipline becomes stable, your relationship with effort changes slowly. Effort no longer feels like constant pressure. It feels like a normal part of your routine. Routine reduces emotional resistance. Resistance often comes from uncertainty about the future. Uncertainty makes tasks appear heavier than reality. Clear structure removes much of that uncertainty. Structure creates psychological safety. Psychological safety means feeling calm while acting. Calm action improves focus quality. Better focus produces more accurate learning. Accurate learning builds real confidence. Confidence then supports independent action. Independent action requires less external motivation. Less dependence increases personal control. Control improves emotional stability. Emotional stability allows patience during slow progress. Slow progress is a natural part of learning. Natural processes should not feel frustrating. Understanding this reduces impatience. Impatience often causes people to change plans quickly. Frequent change breaks habit continuity. Continuity means keeping the same behavior regularly. Regular behavior strengthens neural pathways. Neural pathways are connections inside the brain. Repeated actions make these connections stronger. Stronger connections make behavior easier later. Ease encourages long-term persistence. Persistence means continuing even without excitement. Excitement is temporary and unreliable. Reliable behavior depends on stable systems. Stable systems protect discipline from mood changes. Mood changes are normal daily experiences. Discipline works when mood is low or high. This reliability builds trust in yourself deeply. Deep trust reduces internal conflict. Internal conflict wastes mental energy unnecessarily. Saved energy can support learning and growth. Growth then reinforces the value of discipline. Value increases commitment automatically. Commitment means staying loyal to your plan. Plans should stay simple and realistic. Complex plans create unnecessary pressure. Pressure damages long-term consistency. Consistency is stronger than intensity always. Intense effort fades quickly over time. Steady effort continues quietly every day. Quiet effort transforms identity gradually. Identity forms from repeated daily behavior. Behavior practiced daily feels natural eventually. Natural actions require less mental effort. Less effort increases sustainability. Sustainability means the habit can continue long-term. Long-term habits produce meaningful results. Results increase satisfaction naturally. Satisfaction reinforces the routine again. You may also notice reduced procrastination over time. Procrastination means delaying necessary action repeatedly. Delay often comes from emotional discomfort. Small steps reduce that discomfort greatly. Reduced discomfort encourages immediate starting. Immediate starting shortens decision time. Short decisions protect mental energy. Protected energy supports productivity calmly. Productivity here means steady, useful action. Not fast and stressful activity. Calm productivity feels manageable daily. Manageable tasks invite repetition. Repetition is the engine of discipline. Engines work through consistent motion. Consistent motion produces forward movement. Movement creates visible progress eventually. Visible progress strengthens motivation gently. Gentle motivation supports continued action. Action continues without emotional struggle. Struggle becomes less frequent gradually. You also learn to forgive missed days quickly. Forgiveness prevents negative emotional spirals. Spirals often lead to quitting habits. Stopping once is not failure. Failure means refusing to return again. Returning keeps discipline alive. Alive discipline adapts to life changes. Adaptation makes habits resilient. Resilient habits survive busy schedules. Busy days still allow small actions. Small actions maintain continuity. Continuity protects long-term results. You begin trusting small efforts more. Large efforts are not always necessary. Necessary actions are often very simple. Simple actions repeated are powerful. Power here means long-lasting change. Change happens quietly, without dramatic moments. Quiet change feels stable and real. Real change influences daily behavior. Daily behavior shapes your future abilities. Abilities grow through patient repetition. Patience becomes easier with discipline. Discipline supports patience naturally. Let's slow down and notice a few useful words. Continuity means repeating the same behavior regularly. Persistence means continuing without excitement. Sustainability means the habit can last long-term. Productivity means steady, useful action calmly. Repeat one word quietly now. Understanding words strengthens understanding practice. Clear practice builds dependable discipline. Dependable discipline supports long-term growth. Over time, discipline stops feeling like effort. It becomes part of who you are. You act without heavy internal discussion. Action feels natural and stable. You wake up and begin automatically. No dramatic motivation is required anymore. The system guides your behavior quietly. Quiet guidance creates peaceful progress. Peaceful progress reduces comparison with others. You focus on your own direction calmly. Calm focus supports personal satisfaction. Satisfaction strengthens self-respect. Self-respect becomes the real reward. You trust your ability to continue. Continuation brings steady improvement. And steady improvement shapes your life gently.